For Vivegam, when Siva sir came to meet me, I was thinking, oh God, action film. Siva sir started the narration. And 15 minutes into the narration, I jumped to the other side. I said, stop. So he said, what happened? I said, I'm doing a film.
How good is it technically? Because it looks like an Hollywood movie.
No, you should say it looks like a Tamil movie that's of an international standard.
Wow.
I've done a lot of bike stunts myself. I've ridden a bike on a train, on a moving train. So I've done all this crazy stuff. And when I saw Ajith also firing with one hand and riding with one hand in the middle of a really busy street, he's very, very good. I was very impressed. My first day of shooting of the film, mine is 17 in Bulgaria. We had a lot of people and I had to give a press conference. Every time they would say cut, I'd be like,
Did Tala really take off his shirt in this kind of climate?
He did. I think he's crazy.
In the trailer, there's the Phoenix Bakshi that he has risen like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that defines Ajith in his real life also. He's gone through such difficulties in his life and he's come back each time as the Phoenix.
So he's a Phoenix. Will you be going to do more Tamil movies?
Sure, I mean, if it's offer from Siva sir, I'll do it.
Will you be part of next Ajith Siva movie?
I have no idea. We've had some preliminary conversations.
Yeah.
But
during the tsunami thing, there were allegations that you did it for publicity and all that.
That was childish and stupid. Today, when somebody says something untrue about me, I've started taking legal recourse. I've started taking them to court.
Hello guys, this week I have with me on the red carpet none other than Vivek Oberoi, the hot and happening guy in Vivegam. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're in Chennai. How do you feel the atmosphere, the Vivegam build-up?
Hot and happening.
Hot and happening.
To borrow from what you said. Yeah, Chennai is always nice to be. I have a lot of great memories from Chennai.
Tell us about how you shot in Eastern Europe in minus, I think, 10 degrees or so.
Mine is 17 in Bulgaria.
Wow.
It was freezing. I remember my first day of shooting. This is my first day of shooting of the film. Landed in Bulgaria. Snow everywhere. I was really, really happy that I had an overcoat and everything as part of my costume. But my first scene was in this beautiful location in the middle of the town, in the middle of the city. And we had a lot of people and I had to give a press conference. And as I was giving the press conference, every time they would say cut, in the middle of my shot, they'd say cut. I'd be like, because it was so cold. It was minus 17. You couldn't feel your hands, you couldn't feel your nose, your face, your ears. You had to do, stuff like that to kind of just come back to life.
This most wanted criminal.
Did Tala really take off his shirt in this kind of climate?
He did. I think he's crazy.
I
told him, crazy. I told him, what are you doing? You'll really harm your health.
The build up to that particular scene. What was the scene?
Well, it was freezing cold and I think I was wearing 4 layers to keep myself warm and I was still feeling cold. And here he was, he had to do this bare body sequence for which he had worked out for so many months. For a whole year he's been disciplined on his diet and his exercise, has been so committed. And I was really impressed with his commitment and dedication. And I also thought that you have to be crazy, and totally in love and passionate about your work to be able to do something like that. In that kind of freezing cold, took his shirt off, his bare body, and he shot. And not only that, he shot a sequence where he was, in that freezing cold, there was water being poured on him, there was snow on him, he's walking in the middle of snow. I don't know how he did it. It takes a crazy amount of mental preparation and commitment to do that.
And tell us something about your first meeting with Ajith.
Well, I think it was at the set. We were shooting and
You knew him before, in the sense that you have heard.
I knew of him, but I didn't know him. I was more of a Shalini ma'am's fan because I'd loved her work in Alai Paide. I'd loved her work in all the work that she'd done. She had worked with my father as a child artist. Of course, when she did Alai Paide, I loved her in the film. I thought she was
Suresh ji had a very good opinion about.
Of course. And when I met Ajith for the first time, he was just really welcoming and warm and wonderful, and it was like embracing me into his family, and it felt really great.
So we can see that kind of chemistry on screen.
I'm pretty sure it translates. Yes, you can see it on screen.
Because in the trailer there's that, my man, you say in the trailer.
Correct. Yeah.
And you also say about, correct. And also about the Phoenix Bakshi, that he has risen like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that defines Ajith in his real life also. If you ask all his Tala fans, they'll tell you that, he's gone through such difficulties in his life, whether it's career difficulties, whether it's difficulties in his personal life in terms of his health, in terms of the injuries that he has faced, 17 surgeries that he had to go through, and he's come back each time as the Phoenix.
So he's a Phoenix. And what about these action scenes in this movie?
I think it's spectacular action. Kalyan Master, he's done so much work in some of the biggest Hollywood films, and I think Vivegam is some of his best work. He's done some huge action sequences here, and I was personally very impressed because I've done a lot of action myself, done many big action movies, and I've done a lot of bike stunts myself. Whether it's I've ridden a bike on a train, on a moving train. I've ridden, bikes off a 28-story building onto a 23-story building, taken a jump and landed on the other side. So I've done all this crazy stuff. And when I saw Ajith also, firing with one hand and riding with one hand in the middle of a really busy street, cars on both sides, really thin, line to go through, I was very impressed.
He did it without a double.
Yeah. He's a fabulous biker. I think there's a sequence where he's riding on the bike and they're switching, from the back and the front. They're switching on the bike while riding on the bike and firing guns and doing a wheelie with a double seat. He's very, very good. He's very, very impressive.
How did you get this role, in the sense that this is your first straight Tamil film? Well, this was the first film.
True, my debut after 15 years.
Yeah, but I'm told before that also a lot of people had approached you, including Mani sir and other people had approached you to do.
A lot of people approach me, and whether it's Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Tamil, I keep getting offers all the time. In fact, even for Vivegam, when Siva sir came to meet me, I met him, and in my mind I was pretty unsure because I'm very choosy. I barely do work. I do one film in a year, maybe 2 films maximum in a year. I spend most of my time, I'm a family man. I like to spend time with my kids. And in the middle of that, when Siva sir came to me, I was thinking, oh God, action film, remote locations in Serbia, Bulgaria, it's going to be tough conditions. And then I thought also, oh, I have to, be comfortable in Tamil, which is not my first natural language. And that's when Siva sir started the narration. And 15 minutes into the narration, from being on one side of the fence, I jumped to the other side. I said, stop. So he said, what happened? I said, I'm doing a film. So he was just surprised. He was like, sir, but you haven't heard the script. I said, no.
15 minutes of narration, you got hooked.
It. Because it's a really powerful film. It's a really powerful script. And every 10 minutes in Vivegam, you have some sort of a twist or turn. You're running parallel tracks. It's really well made film. I think whether it's the look of the film, it's reached international standards. It looks
the trailer is really awesome.
Yeah, it looks like an international film. They've shot it brilliantly. I think Siva sir and Vetri sir's combination has been phenomenal.
Who are you? நான் யாருங்கறத எப்பவுமே நான் முடிவு பண்றது இல்ல. ஏன் எதிரில நிக்கிறவங்க தான் முடிவு பண்ணுவாங்க.
Yeah, but I think every screen is going to play that movie when it releases on Thursday.
God willing.
So that on that, will you be going to do more Tamil movies if offers come your way?
Sure. I mean, if it's a offer from Siva sir, I'll do it. If it's an offer with Ajith, I'll do it. Because I really had a great time working with them. See, the script has to be great, the role has to be great, and the experience has to be great. if the experience is not great, I've done good work. I've won most of the awards in this country. I'm very happy and a very satisfied man. I'm not, craving or hungry too much. If the experience is not going to be great, I don't want to do it. But if the experience is going to be great, if people are treating me like a family, I'd love to work.
Will you be part of next Ajith Siva movie?
I have no idea. We've had some preliminary conversations.
Yeah.
But once the script is ready, once they know what they're doing, if there is a role that's, merits somebody like me, I'd love to do it.
How good is it technically? Because it looks like an Hollywood movie.
It
At
is.
least the trailer looks like an Hollywood movie.
No, you should say it looks like a Tamil movie that's of an international standard.
Wow. Tamil movie of international standards.
Yes. Hollywood, what is Hollywood? The way we are going in Indian cinema, whether it's Bahubali or Vivegam, we'll cross them.
And the special effects in Vivegam are also good.
Spectacular. I think the technical talent in Tamil Nadu is unparalleled. The amount of people, whether it's directors or DOPs that we have taken from South India, I don't think any other part of the country has had this degree of contribution in technical talent. Some of the best technical talent in the country.
Did you have, by the way, Tala biryani?
I'm a vegetarian, so
Oh, okay.
I did enjoy quite a few things that he made for me.
Yeah, but you, an action hero or, you play also well. How come you became a vegetarian?
I just felt like, and it's not for any religious reason. If I feel like eating non-vegetarian, I'll eat tomorrow. It's mainly a mental choice.
It has anything to do with your Sabrimala trips and all that?
Oh, during Sabrimala, 100%. During Sabrimala, during those 41 days, I observe my fast. I go and do vridam, and whether it's sleeping on the floor or waking up in the morning, having a cold water bath, doing my prayers, wherever I am. Even if I'm shooting, I'll go barefoot to my shooting. So I kind of, I believe in that very strongly. And I've been doing it now 17 years, 18 years actually this year. This year I became a Guru Swami.
Oh, you became a Guru
Guru
Swami.
Swami this year, 18 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what about Anirudh's songs? They have gone viral.
Great. I think Anirudh is a huge talent, and I think he's the A.R. Rahman of the future.
And Sareva song?
Survivor is one of my favorite songs. I think, you have a lot of good, love songs, and you have good fun songs, but Survivor is a good inspirational song. It's like an anthem. It gets you
already
charged.
become an anthem.
Yeah, so it becomes an anthem. It gets you charged, and the lyrics of Survivor are very special.
Knocking down doors, I'm coming out war. Nothing but violent, but hot to the core.
You also seem to have equal footing as much as Tala in the movie.
It's a powerful role. I think Aryan, the international spy that I play, is AK, Tala's best friend, and also a really, really powerful guy. He's very sharp, he thinks ahead, is trained to perfection for all these things, whether it's in terms of fights and action, or whether it's in terms of using his brain. He's a very, very powerful character. It's probably the most stylized character I've played in my career. Very, very stylized. Very, very stylized.
That's my friend for you.
Slightly negative?
No, I don't believe characters are negative and positive. I believe characters are either interesting or boring.
And this is one of your good characters you're doing?
It's phenomenally interesting.
Yeah, but you have always been doing, characters which have got streaks of, let's say, negativity, like Chandu of Company, or...
I don't know. I mean, it depends. If you read the Ramayana from, Ram's perspective, it's different. From Ravan's perspective, it's different.
Correct.
Everybody has a perspective, so you can't generalize. I don't believe in negative, positive, villain, hero, grey character, white character, blue character, yellow character. I don't believe in all these color categorizations. I believe colors are for shade cards, when you go to paint your house.
What you're saying is that they're all human beings.
They're all characters. They're all interesting to play. And that's how you play them.
நாம ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் காப்பாத்திக்கிறது இல்ல, நம்மளை எப்பவுமே காப்பாத்துறது என்ன தெரியுமா?
நம்ம 5 பேருக்குள்ள இருக்கிற ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்.
Like a lot of Tamil heroes, do you have a political ambition?
No, actually. In 2014...
Because they say that you, especially during the tsunami thing, there were allegations that you did it for publicity and all that.
That was childish and stupid. I think, unfortunately, the political discourse in this country has gone down to such a level where people will, just say anything and get away with it. There's no accountability where, you can level a charge, you can, tell something about somebody, and there's no accountability. Today, I have started doing that. When somebody says something untrue about me, I've started taking legal recourse. I've started taking them to court.
Okay.
And by doing that, a lot of people have stopped. They realize there's something to pay. It's not free for all. If they make a false charge and I take them to court, then they know that they can't mess with me. If it's real, fine, say what you want. If it's your opinion, express it. But you can't make false charges. And in our country, it's become okay now. Chumma, anybody will say anything and try and get away with it. The media will also lap it up. Unfortunately, our media doesn't do enough verification before going out with it and saying that, they're just saying so-and-so said that. But so what? Why are you giving it mileage?
Because people say that you're married into a political family.
Yes, true.
Your Priyanka, your wife is...
she's also a political family. She's also a royal family. Does it become that I'm becoming a king? No. I'm a king of my own life and my own house. But beyond that, no. I think for me, when the ruling party, when the BJP asked me in 2014 to contest Lok Sabha, and that was when I made a very conscious decision, saying that I've been offered by political parties for many years. Even during the tsunami, when I was here, political parties came to me and said, "Sir, you stand for election, you'll win such popularity." I said, "I'm not here for any of that. I'm here to do good work. You just help me pick these bags and deliver these vegetables and food to the poor people. I'll be most happy." So every time somebody used to come from political parties, also used to put a volunteer badge on their chest, and I used to make them actually do volunteer work in the village. But I decided some time back that I don't need to be in politics to make a social impact or social good.
But it's your philanthropic activities that people mistake that you are going to step into politics, because they say that you are a BJP sympathizer and you have got that.
I have friends in every political party across the country. For me, anybody who helps me achieve my goal is a friend. So I am associated with a wonderful charity here called Banyan. And they've done some phenomenal work. Vandana and Sendil and everybody, they've done some great work. And on the one hand, Banyan was supported in a big way by both political parties.
Yes.
Both dominant political parties here got tremendous support for Banyan. Similarly, I do a project in Uttar Pradesh called Devi, which is rescuing girls from child prostitution and giving them free food, free health care and free education. We have 3 schools, building a 4th. We have almost 2,000 kids that we have, saved and rescued. So Forbes internationally gave me top 40 philanthropists under the age of 40. Meritoriously awarded me that because of my work. So I think the recognition is there. There is people who are sensible and well read, know that it is founded in a lot of good work. And work that I take very seriously, and I'm very committed to.
All the best, Vivek.
Thank you so much. Cheers.